and welcome to my studio. Today we're working on our skeleton pieces. This is a last minute fun thing to make for Halloween using recycled containers, and you can use anything you have lying around, and we're just taking some of our skeleton bits and pieces and sticking them in. Let's get started and have some fun. Okay, first thing we're going to do is find some containers. These can be little containers. You can go pick them up at the Dollar Tree. They can be recycled, and that's what I'm using. These actually had our cacti in them, all those different fun things in them. And I thought, what can I do with these little containers? And I was kind of sitting here looking at this guy right now, and I realized I've got his red parts upside. Nope, I didn't. I remember doing him. Anyway, we'll talk about that. If you want to double it up, you can. If you want to do them singly, you can. There's all kinds of fun things you can do. On this one in the back here, I took some black spray paint after I was done and just sprayed it around a little bit just to darken it up, because I kind of thought that the white was kind of stark. So that is how I did that. I'm just going to hot glue these together. If you're worried about the hot glue not staying, then go ahead and use another glue like E6000 or something like that. Or if you're just doing one layer, just do one layer. That's okay. I should have stuck that in just a little bit better so I don't have any glue on the outside, but that does not matter at all. So the thing that we're going to use on this is our Adirondacks alcohol ink, and I'm using watermelon. You can use any red. This is just the first one I found and got a hold of. So I'm going to shake it. If you get it on your hands, you can use alcohol to get it off, or you can use plastic gloves. Now, first thing I did is I went along the rim with kind of the nose of it, because I didn't want that to be stark white. I didn't want that to show. And you can see it's already coming down. We've already got these cool streaks going. So we're just going to bring down a little bit more here. This is a fun project to have the kids help you with. Just gonna give it a little spooky feeling here. If you had the red gel with the blood, that would also be really cool to put on these. So that's some ideas to think about. Just make sure you're putting something underneath this like I am with the red, or excuse me, the plastic. You don't want it running on your table or anything, or running it. So now that we've got that first layer, we're just going to come down to the second layer and put some on. And to get this dry, you could put some varnish on if you want to, but we're going to heat set it first. And just grab an embossing tool. If you don't have one, you could try a hair dryer. Just turn it on hot as you can. I think I got some web in there, but that's okay. Another fun thing to do would be to put like a spider here, or I wanted to tie some Halloween ribbon around it, some bows, and I thought that would be really cute as well. So I'm going to grab my embossing gun here. Okay, let's go ahead and get this dry. We just want it dry. We don't want it to the point where it's so hot that it starts to get sticky. And I am not going to even varnish mine. Even if it got scraped a little bit, it's Halloween. It's supposed to be kind of old and spooky looking. If you didn't have some alcohol ink, you could also try using some multi-purpose paint and just wet that down a bit and see how that would work for you. Alright, what we're going to do is we're going to put some moss in it. And I am using Spanish moss instead of regular moss because it's kind of dead. I also have the natural moss, which is kind of like wood shavings. You could try that. But I think I would like that better than the green moss. The green moss is alive and summery, and we don't want that feel. So I'm just going to come in here with my hot glue gun. And just put that in. Kind of stick it down. Be careful. This is a great place where our fingertip protectors come in from your hot glue gun. I need to wear those more. But those are really nice. Those are at miriamjoy.com. Okay, so we've got him all done there. Then we're going to decide what kind of skeleton, how we want to do it. I've got all different kinds of samples here. I've got some with a big head on him. I've got some where his feet are sticking out, half of a skeleton here. I've got some with just hands on all different body parts. So however you want to do it, however the kids want to do it. I did find some pieces this year, which I thought were really interesting, and they were just a bag of broken pieces, so that worked really well for that. Or at the Dollar Tree or some of the other stores, they always have the skeleton garland, so that's what we're going to use this time. And you're going to use all of it, you're going to use part of it. How are you going to use it? That is totally up to you. How do you want his feet to go up? How do you want his hands to go up? I think I'm going to kind of pull this guy's hand out. I have videos on how to move these guys around, and I'm going to cut this guy kind of, I think, at his tailbone. Woohoo! There we go. And I'm just going to hot glue gun him in. And he probably could have used a little bit more. I'm going to move him towards the front so his arms stick out. Otherwise, I would stick his arms straight up like they were coming out. You could even add more and do that. So think about that as well. So we got his legs, so why not? You've got his hip bone. If you're working with the legs or the arms, cut this joint off right here, and I usually cut this in half right here and use that, but I think I'm going to stick him in just like that. Why not? I have that extra hip bone and the ball socket, which my husband can tell you about, and we're just going to hot glue these in. And stick it into that foam. If you were making your own and not using this type of container, just put some foam in there, or your flour foam. Okay, let's see if we think he needs anything else. I think he's perfect the way he is. I want a little bit of color in here, so I'm going to add on these. I use some little tiny leaves. I'll have to find those again here. But I like the berries that they use, and you can usually find them in picks, and it's just to make the color pop. And we're just going to add that. I would add at least 3 pieces. I'm going to get a taller one because we've got our other guy taller back there, so that we can at least see it. My chair is moaning back here. I guess we're trying to create some Halloween ambiance. I've got that guy going there. And I've got this guy with some a leaf and a berry that I want. Never forget that you can pick up awesome things like that. This for next to nothing at thrift stores. You can find brand new pieces of something at the thrift store. So I want to put this guy in the back to help fill that back color in here. There's where those little finger things would come in. You could probably switch this down to a low temp, and I've been trying to do that more so I don't burn myself as much. You think I would learn by now, don't you? And we're going to add one more on the side here. And stick him in. And I'm going to put some more glue under our skeleton to hold him at the body part. Kind of looks like he's standing on the helm of a ship. But there he is. That's nice and simple. And like I said, if you wanted to, you could tie some Halloween ribbon or black ribbon, purple ribbon, anything you wanted. But just use what you have on hand, recycled stuff, and have fun with it. Well, I hope you enjoyed that and learned a lot of things. If you're ever looking for unique items, come on over to our store at miriamjoy.com. You can also click on the YouTube link, which takes you to all of our wonderful YouTube videos where we have lots and lots of seasonal ideas for you. We have tons of pumpkins. Make sure you check that out. Subscribe and give us a thumbs up and share them so we can continue to grow. Have a safe and happy Halloween.